Hi everyone, this is a addition to the heat loss calculator app video. So hopefully you need to download the app, practice in your own house to make sure that you look professional when you go to somebody else's. The object of this video is to show you how we do this job and improve our customers' well-being, and we make money at the same time. But the object is to save money. So the first thing we need to do is to research what boiler you're going to over the next few days and find out how you get into the system and see the boiler flow temperature setting, which is almost certainly going to be 70, 75, or even worse, 80. So you now say to the customer, we need to drop that down to 60, but that will have an effect in the lounge. So we're not too interested in the rest of the house because we don't live there. But the lounge is the vital radiator that's almost certainly, again, to be too small. First, have a look at the controls. Is the room thermostat in the lounge? We don't fit a TRV. But if it's in the hall or it's RF or smart, then we do. But fit a smart TRV balancing. That's the latest version, because that means that slowly but surely we're going to add more balancing TRVs throughout the house. So they will save money, we make money, but you have to sell it in the correct manner. So going back to the app, download it, practice in your own house or a family house, anybody's house, so you really know how to use it. This is crucial. You look professional and you've done it for years. Then when you go to a customer's house, check that boiler flow temperature and say to the customer, you are wasting gas because you're taking boiler from 20 degrees to 75. That's a waste of money. I can lower that temperature to 60, which means that the return temperature is 40, and you will be in condensing mode 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, provided we enlarge that radiator in the lounge to achieve 22 degrees. Don't pick 20 and definitely not 18. Always go for 22 because we can always turn the heat down. So we don't want to turn the boiler up because that's a waste of gas. So that's the target. We want 22 degrees in the lounge. How do we achieve that? As I said, we put a balancing TRV into it, and then we can make it larger, and that's the job done. The customer saves an awful lot of money, and you might want to move maybe that radiator into the dining room or into bedroom 1 or somewhere, and we just need to buy a brand new high output radiator to fit in there. That will then cost a little bit more money, which is saving them, so we're making money, that lot. That will also require a rebalancing of the system and put in 2 bottles of F2 inhibitor, because we don't use F1 after the boiler's been drained down. It's always going to be F2, so make sure you've got 2 bottles of that. So flush the system out, follow the instructions, and then make sure that somewhere is noted that you've refilled it on this date with F2. So the next person, hopefully it's going to be you, will actually know what's been done and who did it. So whatever the reason that you go to a house, whether it's a boiler check or a service or a fault, add this to part of your call, which it should be. So we never ever do a heat loss calculation when we do a boiler, but I'd like you to start doing it because that's what I did for years. So I made extra money. I didn't do it on that day. I booked it in 3, 4, 5 days in advance because I need to order the radiator, the TRV, or more. If you can persuade them to get more balancing TRVs, the better the customer will have a system, cheaper to run at a lower temperature. That's what really lowers fuel bills. Not having a boiler cooking water to 70 degrees day in and day out and never condensing. So I hope this video's been of use to you. And remember, you're a heating engineer. We're trying to prevent breakdowns and high bills. And you can do that. Take care. Another thing that needs to be done is the external automatic bypass. I don't know why installers say to customers, it's in the boiler, I'm off, or you don't need one, or we've never done it. I don't know what it is. It's some sort of voodoo black magic, but anyway, we're not going to do it. So please, installers, it is compulsory whether you like it or not. But check, because that will improve the system hugely. It will make a massive difference to the quietness of the boiler, the efficiency of the system, and more important, you earn a couple of pounds to rectify what the installer left behind, which is what I've been doing for the last 50 years. I've just tidied up the installer's laziness, basically, and I've made an absolute fortune, and I'd like you to do the same. It's very simple. Just see it's there. I've got plenty of videos, as you know, about fitting automatic bypasses, and that is a huge money earner, but more importantly, it improves the system no end, makes it quiet, much more efficient, and that's all. Is that so difficult? Another thing is, have a closer look at the customer's controls. Have they got a rubbish 230-volt room stat in the hall? Probably yes. So have a look at my video about RF, the Drayton video, which you can hopefully see on behind me if the technology is working fine. But anyway, check it out and have a look what's involved. It's ever so simple, and it saves the customer tons of money, because the better the control, the lower the fuel bills, no matter what they use. So I hope this little addition makes a difference. Leave me a comment below how you've got on. Take care.